Hello people, I am Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk, and we are looking at Gully Boy, the official trailer with Ranvir Singh and Alia Bhatt, directed by Zoya Akhtar. This comes out February 14th, so mark your calendars. And real quick, thank you to Rashi Mudalkar for doing the subtitles.
Go back to your gully. कुछ है क्या बोलने को इसका? अब बहुत बेटे चुप चाप क्या घंटे का इंसाफ देश कैसे होगा साफ इनकी नियत में है दाग सिर्फ पकड़ छोटे में बोलते हो रैपिंग का बहुत शौक है करके इसको रैप बोलते हैं ये देख मेरी गाड़ी मेरे जूते ये देख दारू छोकरी
सफीना तुम्हें कुकिंग आती है
नहीं लेकिन अगर सब कुछ सही रहा एक दिन मैं आपका लिवर ट्रांसप्लांट कर सकती हूँ
हाँ मेरा भाई ये तो नोटों की सरकार है ना नोट से बनाते अपने बेटों को ये स्टार
मेरे बॉयफ्रेंड से गुलू गुलू करेगी तो भोगतूंगी ना उसको
बहुत बड़ी गुंडी है तू
अच्छा छोड़ ना सॉरी फिर से नहीं होएगा ऐसा
कहाँ मेरी कसम
मर जाएगा तू
कोई बड़ी मुराद अगर सपने में दिख जाए तो उसके लिए ट्राई कर लेगा ना
कुछ जो करने का है तो कर
मेरा अब्बू एक ड्राइवर है नौकर का बेटा नौकर बनेगा ये फितरत है
कितना पैसा झोंक रहा हूँ मैं पढ़ाई में
ये पढ़ाई कर रहा है ये रंगलापा कर रहा है
अगली बार अगर देख लिया मैंने समझ लेना
अपना टाइम आएगा
जितने भी चीर-फाड़ आर्टिस्ट हुए ना आज तक सबके सब भूख के फक्कड़ हालत ऐसी कि जो मिलेगा नोच खाएंगे बीट चुरा के फिर उसी भूख की कहानी बना के बोले फिर जाके कुछ उखाड़े
उठ जा अपनी राख से दूर जा अब तलाश में परवाज़ देख परवाने की आसमां भी जरूर
बस ये तो तेरे अंदर की सच्ची कहानी तेरे अंदर का लावा फट के बाहर आन दे
हम हौसले से जीने दे हम खौफ नहीं है सीने में हर रास्ते को चीरेंगे हम कामयाबी जीनेंगे सब कुछ मिला पसीने से मतलब बना अब जीने में क्यों
तू कौन है
क्या औकात क्या तेरा कोई दूसरा मेरे को बताएगा मैं कौन है क्योंकि अपना टाइम आएगा तू नंगा ही तो आया है क्या घंटा लेकर जाएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा तू नंगा ही तो आया है क्या घंटा लेकर जाएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा तू नंगा ही तो आया है क्या घंटा लेकर सलाम ठोक सर झुका तू दुम दबा चल रास्ता नाप ले कपड़े सिला ले खुद के दम पे नहीं लिए मैंने अपने बाप से अपना टाइम आएगा
Mic drop.
अपना टाइम आएगा
Wow. So there's so much to unpack here that I didn't know about just from watching the teaser. I mean, it feels like I was able to predict a lot of things without having any subtitles from before. I was able to like pick up on a lot of the nuances going on, but I didn't realize to what degree the family thing was going to play a role in this.
Right.
Like his dad being hard on him, kind of like that one character who wanted to be a photographer in Three Idiots, right? Who had this like passion thing, and parents were kind of trying to keep pushing this other thing over here. Obviously, this is a lot more exacerbated because the dad is kind of like aggressive and maybe verbally abusive and definitely has no like faith in his son's ability, especially seeing what it is. He goes, this is ridiculous.
Right.
And he can't recognize the talent that's in his boy. That's crazy. And so it's like he literally has to be his own cheerleader, his own champion for his own cause. Like he feels this thing inside of him calling to him. And it's very interesting because he doesn't start out as that guy. He dons this, for lack of a better word, this character.
Right.
Because he starts out as more of like the clean-cut good boy.
Well, it's a journey he's going on, right? Like, it's like he says, he has this story within him, and I feel like a lot of the time, great artists, like they have this pain, they have this story, and they have to let it out. Like you know, like that volcano that's erupting. Maybe in the beginning he doesn't really know how. And later on, he discovers like his way and his style.
The hip hop, I mentioned in the teaser that I am not predisposed to hip hop music, but I like the way this music sounds.
Yeah,
like,
I love it.
It just resonates with me for some reason. It's got a cool sound to it. It's got energy to it. I mentioned Eminem last time. It's got that kind of Eminem energy. And people, a bunch of people told me in the comments, they're like, no, it's based on this real person over here. And they gave me all these links. I'm like, okay, I respect that. It's based on a real individual. I don't know anything about this guy. So so this would be definitely a good film for me to watch.
Well, what I love about hip hop, or at least when hip hop is good, more like old school hip hop or even more underground artists who are coming up, at least in the beginning, everyone kind of has this fire. They have this rage. They have something.
Uh-oh, we just lost the light.
I was so passionate, we lost the light. I've noticed a lot of the time when like young underground artists are coming up, they have a lot of rage, they have a lot of passion, they have a message that they want to put out. And what I love about hip hop and rap is that it is this platform for people who are marginalized by society to say, hey, I have something to say and this is why things are messed up, and I'm gonna do it by dropping a cool beat and, you know, speaking some really poignant, just hard-hitting rhymes. That's what I love about this, and that's what I love about this movie.
Hip-hop is relatively new in India from what I gather, and there's something cool about it because there's a true passion there.
Right.
And it's like, over here, it's obviously been around for a while, and a lot of people resort to singing about the same thing or going for what I consider gutter in terms of like the language or what they're talking about. It's just like, here it feels like they're singing about something real.
Yeah, and at least he's singing from the heart. He's
Right.
talking about his experience as someone who didn't have everything handed to him. I love that in the beginning he blatantly calls out the fact that so many rap songs are about bitches and booze and bling and
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, that's an issue. Let's go back to the roots and talk about real things.
Well, that is inherently my issue with a lot of hip-hop music, is that it's about that over and over again instead of talking about something that actually is authentic and genuine and like something that people can relate to and I guess get behind, for lack of a better word. That's what I recognize in a lot of Eminem songs.
Yeah.
And even like just in the 8 Mile soundtrack. I like that that's what makes it easy to get behind this person in this film. I mean, I know it's based on a real person, but like looking at it as a character in a movie, that's what makes it easier to get behind, because you see like you see the genuine struggle that he's going through, the personal struggle that he's going through, and it makes you root for him. Obviously, being directed by Zoya Akhtar, you have someone who knows how to really work with actors to get those real performances out of them, and she's what I feel like an actor's director or a people's director. She brings out like the actual person from that character and represents that on the screen, as opposed to just like kind of generic archetypes. She's actually deep diving on a real character level, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see that coming through here with Ranvir Singh, just in the trailer alone. Like, you can see what's going on with him. You see the dynamic with him and his dad, and what his dad is doing, how his dad treats his mom. Like, all that stuff feels so real. You understand where he's coming from, why he has to be opposed to his dad, because his dad's a big fat jerk.
And the acting as well is really great. Like, I am so impressed by Ranvir Singh's performance just in this trailer, and I'm sure I'm just gonna love it in the movie. But it's not easy to rap, you know?
I never tried, so I wouldn't know, but sure.
I can drop a beat. You want to go right now?
Not really. Not really.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no.
I can't even beatbox for crap. I mean, all this stuff is hard, or at least to me, and so I'm so impressed that like he's embodied this character. Like, he's got the swag, he's got the, you know, the charisma and the beat and everything. Like, that is so cool. And Alia Bhatt looks amazing.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even talked about her
I
at
know,
all.
we haven't even talked about her, but I was just blown away. I loved that bit where she was like, oh yeah, I can probably transplant your liver one day. And then the little look she makes with the like little eye thing, I was like, oh my God, you're so sassy, even though like, you know, she's dressed really traditionally, but she's a modern woman underneath it.
The thing you were talking about a moment ago about the swag, I think that Ranvir Singh like achieves that over the course of the movie. Like,
Yes.
he claims it, because like anybody who has this kind of calling towards something, when they first start out, obviously they're not like great. And I mean, there's this innate or inborn talent that one can recognize, but it has to be, what do you call it? Nurtured or fine-tuned. It has to be dialed in. Almost like a scraping of a marble to create a statue, right? And so that's what's happening with his character over the course of the movie. And I really appreciate the journey that we're going to see him go on, because I don't like when, and I mentioned this many times, when you see a character who's already like amazing and just amazing all the way through to the end.
Right.
And there's like no levels at all. There's no arc. And here you're genuinely seeing an arc where over the course of the movie, like his biggest enemy is he has two enemies, and it's himself that he's got to fight and his dad.
Right.
Like those are the two things he has to wrestle with over the course of the movie. And those are very real things that I feel like a lot of us can identify with, especially in the Asian community. Like, I feel like anybody in the Asian community can see this and like really feel it and get behind it. Not that it's limited to that, but I feel like that's, you know, an easy thing for a lot of Asians to kind of deal with, because like you got your parents who want you to do this certain thing because traditionally that's how we've been doing it, that's what works. That's why most of China's males right now, because there's this like way of thinking that's like, oh no, you have to do this to honor the family and blah blah blah. It's like, no. He had a great line here in the trailer where he's like, you're gonna tell me, oh, like what was it again, like
you're gonna tell me who I am?
And it's like, no one else can tell you who you are at the end of the day. Like you have to live with you and your choices. This is such an awesome story. Just like hip hop aside, like this is just an awesome story to get behind. And then add on top of that like good music.
I would even go so far as to say that he has one more adversary, which is society in itself. Because of, you know, all of the things that society tells us that you're supposed to do. This is your place in life. This is, you know, a servant's son can only ever become a servant. He's fighting against a lot of things.
I guess that's fair. I guess I look at society, I mean, this is kind of digressing, but I look at society as kind of all culminating into your parents. Like, it's all focused like a funnel through your parents.
Sure. Okay. I'll buy that.
So that's why, but like, that's a fair argument. You know, it is society as well. Like the guy did tell him that. And that's kind of annoying. I hate those people. I hate those people in real life who try to tell you how to live your life. It's like, bitch, you don't know me. Back off, yo. Like, I know who I am. You don't know who I am.
Yeah. But it's like diamonds are made from coal being put under pressure. So, you know, he's going through a lot of tough shit, basically, in his life. And he's just coming out on top. Like I think we know the trajectory of the story, but it's such a great story that like I just can't wait to watch it, because these stories are so compelling. Like they put a fire under your own ass and make you feel like, oh, wow, I could do that. Like I could do that with my passion.
And just to reiterate, I am a big Alia Bhatt fan.
Yes.
And that she is another reason I am very much looking forward to this, as well as Kaki Kekla. Like they showed her less in this trailer for some reason, and they showed her more in the teaser. But like, one of my favorite actresses. So many reasons that I am definitely watching this film. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Check out Ashara Kirk on the social media, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Ashara Kirk.
Peace out.